I'm Michelle, and this is a little background on Crib to Castle Gallery. I started as a photographer, my husband and I both, almost 30 years ago. Started because a friend asked us to photograph their wedding, and we thought, sure, we'll give it a shot, and it went so well. We had so much fun that we just began initially a wedding photography business for several years, did that all summer, and then branched out to family portraits, kid portraits, senior graduation portraits, all the things. Then I also began really getting interested in photographic art, scenics, and macro photography. And so now, in addition to still doing portraits, I also make fine art photography and use photography for smaller, funner things, greeting cards, magnets, clocks, anything I can think of. In addition, I started just selling my things like at markets, and then found a few stores where I could have my own vendor space inside someone else's store. And that is how I got to be in this location here, actually, in Firdale Village in Edmonds. I was a vendor with just a small shelving unit inside a store that allowed multiple artists to sell their stuff. Back then, originally, there's been this long tradition of women owners actually in this space, which I find pretty cool. And at that time, the first store that I became involved in with my stuff was the Crafty Bees, women owners. And then this space became the Sunflower Boutique, another wonderful female owner. And I got to know her a little bit more. And when I found out that unfortunately she was going to close, it was really important to me to keep this space and what it had been going. So I went ahead and kind of jumped off the cliff, and this is now the same concept, similar. So I have at the moment over 14 different artists, and that's growing. And so you get a variety of individual art to shop, to admire. And then I also have my portrait photography business located out of here, so I can do studio indoor portraits as well as this amazing park down the road for outdoor portraits. The gift shop has open shopping hours Wednesday through Saturday, but then the portrait photography is by appointment, and it's really quite flexible according to what works for you. You just email or text me and we work out a great day for you and a great time when we're both available. And so that's basically the story, not the whole story, not my whole life, but a little bit of the history on this Crib to Castle Gallery. And the name basically is because I enjoy both children's photography, not just in portraits, but also I like photographing things that are attractive to kids that would be good decoration for a nursery above the crib. Or I also equally like to do photographic art that is more fine art for your, more grown up, fancy castle places. So that's where the name comes from, and that's the basic story behind the gallery. So if you want to know more than that, you'll have to come in, chat with me a little bit. Thanks.